Hi, this is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life, coming to you from my porch in the town of Homosassa in Citrus County, Florida, north of Tampa. Hoping everything is well with you. I figured I'd take a few seconds and record a message now. The last couple of days, we've had rain. We've got a total of over 7 inches. And it all started at 3 o'clock. The clouds were very, very dark, and I figured, well, that's it, it's coming soon. But they seem to have passed, so maybe we won't. It's at a 63% chance of rain, or maybe it'll come in a little later. And it was quite the storm. My poor cat freaked out, totally freaked out. I used to raise Yorkies, and they used to freak out too. And I used to have to medicate them because they couldn't take thunderstorms or fireworks on the 4th of July. Here it's not too bad, or not quite as bad as when I was in Rhode Island. And they're only allowed to be sold for one day, so it's not too bad down here. I am still in search of my dear friend Raymond Lyons. Haven't heard anything now for, let's see, 10 days from him. He was at a nursing home. He's not answering any Facebook Messenger messages. His phone is filled up with messages. I don't know if he was rushed to the hospital, emergency, but because of HIPAA regulations, I haven't been able to hear from him. I have my brother in Rhode Island working on it, and I hope he can find me some information. He was not in good health. He had COPD and also lung cancer, early stage lung cancer. Hadn't really suffered any consequences that I know of. So pray for him. And my dear friend Donna, a registered nurse who caught long COVID, has passed. Which very slowly shut down all her bodily systems, and when her lungs came, that was the end. You know, people will argue, oh, there really wasn't a thing such as COVID, but I've known 4 people that have died from it. They all had comorbidities, so it seems to have attacked people with other comorbidities, say diabetes, any kind of chronic disease, and they don't do well when they get it. I forget now how many shots I had. In fact, in this town, it was so bad, one of the governor's cronies was taking all the first shots to this, their zip code had a much higher wealth rating than we did. In other words, they were a lot richer, and they got the medication first. We had to have the army come in at an abandoned mall up the road. And thank God for them, we would have never got it. I got on the phone every morning trying to get a spot in Walgreens or CVS's their system. Never got it. Never. I was always blocked out from the very first thing when I tried in the morning. Well, when the army came in, they were very efficient. They didn't let anyone cheat. In fact, if you tried to cheat and cut in line, they made you go to the very back. So it didn't work for those people. I have my GED math class tomorrow, and later today I'm working on some of the problems for her to do. It's a struggle. The kids today are not prepared. I don't know what it is. I'm not blaming teachers. I'm more focused on, people get IEPs, those independent programs where it's supposed to help them learn, but it doesn't. I can't believe how unknowledgeable of basic math people in the 11th grade are. It was stuff that I was doing in the 3rd grade. I don't know where it went wrong, how it went wrong, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle to get them to pass, and the GED math exam is only to grade 10. It's not all the way up to 12 where you would have analysis or calculus. So it isn't that difficult, but how can you have someone in the 11th grade that can't multiply, was told never to memorize anything? I don't know. In those composition books was always a multiplication table, 1 through 12, and we were told to, memorize that, and that's what we did. And 7 times 8 is 56. I don't even have to think of it. I don't have to add 7, 8 times. This seems to be what they do. They can only add, they can't multiply. It's really depressing. Of course, Thursday is the holiday. We have a big, right across the street. Let's see if I can show you. Way over there is a golf club. Where you can putt and shoot balls. And they have a large land area going down the back, and they do fireworks over there. But up and down the road near here, there isn't many dwellings. I mean, we're the only thing here from the border of Citrus County, which is a mile down the road. Sorry for the traffic. And then if you go up a mile, there are some shops. There's a Publix, a bunch of fast food places which are slowly dying. You don't see any cars in the parking lot anymore. I can't imagine what it costs a family of like 4, 5, 6 people to go out and eat. When I was a little kid, my dad, on one night, just so that the way it was, the boys club, which I spent my whole life at, was about 1.5 miles from the house. And I'd go after school because I love to swim. And I loved all the activities. We had a newspaper club, we had a shortwave club, we had a woodworking club. But then I'd have to walk home. So it was 1.5 miles down, 1.5 miles back, supper, and 1.5 miles down and 1.5 miles back. So it'd be like 6 miles a day. So, I mean, there weren't too many fat kids back when I was, I'm not making fun of anyone, but we exercised. We didn't get rides, we walked. And it was 15 cents. They had, not Burger King, it was another burger place. And it was 15 cents for a fry, 15 cents for a burger, and even cheaper for a soda. I think it was 5 or 10 cents. So he liked to save 50-cent pieces, so I'd give each one of us $0.50. Me and my brother Michael, all my other brothers were smaller, and they weren't old enough to go to the boys club. And so we'd have our lunch for 40 cents, 15, and 10. And now that would cost you almost $10. It's just, in my mind, I can't imagine how someone with a family of 7 children would look for a fast food job to provide them with food, rent, and everything that they needed. Back in the day, it was for kids learning how to work, learning how to dependably show up, learning how to punch a card, and learning how to take orders and start thinking for yourself. Oh, I'm going to need this, I'm going to need that. Well, it seems to have passed, and it's too bad because they're going to price themselves out of the market. I see online that quite a few places are being closing. They always close low performers, but the ones that are just around breaking even, or not making a lot of money, they're just closing them down. And I heard plans to automate it. They have it automated in Japan. You can go to a McDonald's machine in Japan and get a good sandwich and good fries. I just saw a video on YouTube of a young guy in Japan. I think he's 21, and when he doesn't want to cook, he walks a little down the road and there's a McDonald's machine, and he gets his supper there. And he said it's good. When I was a kid, anything that I could eat was good. And my cat, like I said, he's sleeping now. He's right up on my bed. I laid down, I had a headache, and he jumped right up with me. And he doesn't, once he goes to sleep, he'll sleep till 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. And then he'll be up all night. He finds things on the floor that maybe have dropped or that he stole and hid somewhere. And he'll bang him around all night. One night he went after a little blue frog, somehow got up into the house. And I had heard something, but then I said, maybe I'm going crazy. I heard the frog jumping. Just a little tiny noise, then it stopped, and he chased that frog all night. I don't know if he got it or not. I didn't hear. One time I did find a frog, and I just threw it out on the grass. And he was there watching it in the middle of the night. I don't know how he did it, but... So I'm not doing anything really special for holiday weekend. I was thinking of going up north, but I'd go up north and, with the HIPAA laws, you can't find out any information on patients, so I just don't know where it... I can do that work down here on my friend Ray. I sure hope he's okay. He light up a room when he came in, always had a joke for everybody. Tonight we are having macaroni and sauce, and I'm looking forward to it. I always enjoy that. Two things I like is pasta and pizza, B&P. The end of the month, we're going down to the Tampa Aquarium. Going to take a bus and just can relax on the bus journey. So I'll try to put up a lot of videos about that if I'm allowed to. I don't really know. And see how that goes. My plants on the porch. Oh, look at them. They're doing crazy. Look at those things growing up from the plants. There's some kind of seed pods, and there's one that's like 5 feet long going up there. So they're like in the rain. That area down that way is south. That's west, that's north, and east is behind me. And it came up from the south, so all the rain came in and got all those plants that I had there all nice and wet, and those seed pods have grown. And they turn a nice orangey pink. And I don't know where the seeds are. I should look it up, see if I can. They do have an app now, you can take a picture of a plant, send it in, and it'll tell you what the plant is. Traffic's getting heavier on Route 19. That goes almost all the way down to Miami. and it goes all the way north to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. It joins I-75, past the Okefenokee Swamp, I think. And it goes way up. It goes by the beautiful, it follows the water up by Pensacola, and that's I wanted to go to the Aerospace Museum up in Pensacola, but now I find out you have to know someone that is so worried about security that you have to have a member of the military accompany you there, so it's not open to the general public anymore. And that was one of my bucket list things. So I don't know anybody in the military. I'm 74. None of my friends, I have retired friends, but most of them are up north in Rhode Island. But stranger things have happened, you never know. Maybe I could write to Washington and see if there's any way that I could get in there. Well, I rambled on long enough. I'm going to let you go. Maybe I'll make a video of this new device I got, a pan that cooks in the microwave. I can do my whole breakfast in the microwave. Get a nice char, cook my bacon and my eggs or ham in the microwave, and it comes out perfect. You just preheat the dish, put your bacon and eggs in it, cover it, and I cook it for 5 minutes and it comes out perfect. I really don't like, I've mentioned it before, I don't like using electric stoves. I have burns now. I even have them on my hand. I'm always walking by and just touching the stove and forgetting that it's hot. And I've had them all over here. Pretty bad burns too. So I wish everybody have a good day, and I will at least talk to you tomorrow if not make another video tonight. Have a good one.